Welcome to Elimination, the podcast that puts sitcom against sitcom and brothers against father. Here's your host, Bob.
Yes, hello and welcome to Elimination. I am Bob, your host, and I am not on my own. I am here with Michael, my older brother.
Howdy, doodly doo.
And our dad Dave.
Howdy.
And we are putting sitcom against sitcom, and I think we're up to episode 8 now.
Can I just apologise for that? That was really irritating, wasn't it?
Yeah, don't do it
I'm
again.
not going to do that again. Howdy, I nearly did.
I mean, I find you irritating as it is. I mean,
it's just white noise.
You're a walking nail on blackboard. Yeah, so, I mean, should we just go straight in?
Why not? I'm going to go first this time, Dad, because you did last time.
Go for it.
All right.
Big out a good one.
I've got bottom.
Oh, bottom.
Sorry, I've got bottom. Me, I got belly button.
Back with Jim Royal again.
Yeah.
My bottom.
Let's go over to Dave 4D stats.
Right, Bottom is a British sitcom that ran from 1991 to 1995 about the lives of Richard, Rick Mayall, and Edward Elizabeth Hitler, played by Ade Edmondson, two crude, perverted flatmates with no chance of ever fitting in with society. The series was created and written by Edmondson and Mayall, who had been close pals since meeting at Manchester University in the mid-70s. Bottom also spawned 5 stage show tours and a feature film, Guest House Paradiso, in 1999. There were 18 episodes.
18, is that all? Oh, okay. Well, Bottom will be going up against...
Let's have a look. Oh, made a bit of trouble. It's Some Mothers Do Have Them.
I thought you walked in. I thought, hello, Mr. Spencer.
Right.
Some of us do have them. Both slapstick, and they very much so.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
A lot of slapstick.
Where do you want to start?
You can't imagine them ever meeting, can you?
Oh, that would have been brilliant.
Right.
Crossover.
Shall I read out the facts, Robert?
Some mothers do have bottom.
Right, Some Others Do Have Them is a popular British sitcom written by Raymond Allen and starring Michael Crawford and Michelle Detrese as Frank Spencer and his wife Betty. The show became famous for its various catchphrases, Ooh Betty becoming a prominent one, as well as Crawford's physical brand of comedy that included spectacular stunts. The show ran from 73 to 78. There were 22 episodes.
22? I feel like there were so many more. There's so many iconic moments in that, isn't there?
Yeah, there is.
And it's an iconic get-up as well, with the is it a Mac, the what he wears?
Yeah,
and
the
beret.
Mac and the beret.
Yeah, it is.
It's such a wicked character.
And there was a lot of people that did impressions of him as well. I think Freddie Starr was one of them.
Everyone,
Yeah.
every impression.
Lenny Henry, yeah, they all did. Need a little bit of trouble.
Even you just summed up your point there that even people who weren't impressionists done impressions.
You talking about me?
Yeah.
I thought my impression was all right.
It wasn't.
No.
Okay, grow up. I mean, some of us do have them. Instantly, as soon as you say it, I see him on the skates going down with the bus.
Yeah. I've been articulated.
Yeah, it is so funny, and it is kind of carried by him, isn't it? I mean, he's got his wife, Betty, but apart from that, I don't.
No, well, you got the mother-in-law, Betty's mum, because they live with her, don't they? At the beginning.
Don't know.
I'm pretty sure they share a house, and she wrecks her kitchen.
Yeah.
He wrecked
Oh,
it.
Yeah, because he's such an idiot, and you know he's gonna mess everything up. But I feel sorry for him. Like, even though it could all be avoided,
There's a pity there. It's
yeah,
like,
there is. And the mother-in-law hates him. Like, she's like, what? Yeah, I mean, you would if you know if your daughter come home with that.
God, yeah.
You'd be like, right, get out of my greenhouse.
But he is childlike, isn't he? That's what it is. It's endearing.
Oh, very much so.
It's
yeah,
endearing.
yeah.
It's like he's trying. He's trying so hard. And
It's when he can't think of something and the finger comes up.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
I think he's great.
And it's aged well, I think. I think you could show it to
Oh, yeah, but
young
that's
kids.
the thing with slapstick. It's like Laura and Hardy. It's timeless. You know, that is always funny because it's physical humour. See, jokes get old, but physical humour doesn't. It's like funny always, right?
I'm laughing already.
It's just that thing. It's with visual comedy. It doesn't. It doesn't get old.
It's the clownery of it.
Yeah. But when it's done so well.
I mean, he nailed it. I mean, some of them stunts.
He did them all himself, didn't he? Everything.
Insane. I mean, we watched the one where he was hanging off the back of the car on a cliff. I mean,
the most incredible one was the window cleaning one when he was on about the 15th floor and he was hanging off a bloke's legs who was hanging off the cradle. I mean, no safety things. It was
no health.
It was madness.
Yeah. Where's the risk assessment there?
Yeah.
I hope he got paid a lot.
Well, did he?
Or maybe they was expecting, we might not have to pay him.
Yeah.
We'll just recast.
Yeah. Did he ever get injured? Was he like?
Oh, he must have got a few knocks. He must have done.
Not as much as Jackie Chan though.
No. He cracked on with a broken foot.
Yeah.
Rush hour.
He went funny.
That's a different argument, I think.
What about Bottom? I love Bottom. I mean, I love some others do have them. And this is a great draw, actually, because they're not so similar, but they kind of are. The genre's the same.
I mean, they're both slapstick. Bottom is funny with me because I remember as a kid when it was actually on telly, I watched it and I remember laughing so much. I would laugh and I would quote it to my mates and they'd quote it back to me. The gas man, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I remember laughing so much. And Dave, you mentioned them live tours and that. They had them on VHS. Remember those? Yeah. And and I used to buy them and watch them all the time and laugh where they used to get their words wrong and talk to the audience and all that kind of stuff. But I've gone back and watched it. And it's not that good.
Oh, disagree. I sort of went off it years ago. I sort of went off it when I watched the live performances because they
go in and out.
They're
Rick Mail and Edmondson.
If you don't all laugh, I'm gonna follow you home and shag you all and all that. But I didn't really like the live thing. It was too over the top. It was sort of overacting in a way. Even though that's what they do, really. But and I sort of lost interest. But I've watched it relatively recently, and I think it's funny as hell. Like for instance, the funniest part in Bottom is when they go to the park. They go camping.
Wimbledon Common.
They're in the park.
He's laughing as he tells us. That's what makes me laugh about Michael.
Everything makes me laugh. Except the good life.
I think it's funnier you telling me about it than me actually watching it.
Well, it's the best sequence of sort of slapsticky comedy that I've ever. It's brilliant. Where they've got no food, right? And then Eddie's like, well, that's right. We'll hunt. We'll get some wombles. They live around here, and all that. But it's Rick gets a dart in the back of the head, yeah, and then he pulls it out, and then his face goes into the fire, and then he comes up and he's all burnt, and then he puts his head in the pond, and as he's there, he goes, Eddie, he's got his hand on the side of the thing, he's looking into the pond, and he says, Eddie, there's a fish. So Eddie gets his dart ready. And he throws it, and he goes, I missed. He goes, and Rick says, no, you didn't. He goes, I've got a rock stuck to my hand, and this gone through his hand and pinned him to the rock. It's just magic. I love it.
I mean,
do you know it was originally?
Oh, is this a fact?
This is a fact, right?
Michael's fact. I haven't got a tune because it was poo-pooed in the last episode.
Because it was bloody awful.
Fact, git.
Right.
See what I did there?
It was originally called. They wanted to call it Your Bottom. Because they love the idea of someone going to work the next day and saying, oh, did you watch Your Bottom last night?
Have you seen Your Bottom?
Yeah, which is brilliant. I don't know why they didn't.
Why didn't?
I don't know, but I'm gutted they did it because that would be funny. You know, oh, did you watch Your Bottom? I missed Your Bottom last night.
Yeah,
it's just good.
Well, it's like that Peter Kay thing. That's what he called it. Have you seen that Peter Kay thing? That's why he's called that. Yeah. Sorry, I digress.
I don't think Bottom's as good as the young ones, and I also don't think Rick Mail's as good in this as he was in that Alan Bastard. I thought that was quite good.
Political though, I'm not a fan of
political. To me, they done the young ones, and it was a big hit. They didn't know where to go. They done that filthy Rich and Cat Flap, which is absolute garbage, which disappeared without trace. You're looking at me as if you don't even remember it.
I've never heard of that.
I just heard Cat
I know
Flap.
that they did a thing with French and Saunders, didn't they, as well, with the Fantastic Four
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
like a spoof,
with the dog and that. Yeah,
like a spoof of that book.
It seems to me, out of desperation, they went back to their characters who were in the young ones, but just exaggerated.
They are very similar. Yeah.
I mean they are.
I mean, Rick. Aid Edmondson's character in Bottom, if you put the old wig on him, he'd be Vivian, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, it's true.
Do you know what? Like, his surname's Hitler.
Yeah.
Do you know why they did that? It's because in Aid Edmondson's dad's name's Adolf.
Is it?
Yeah, that's his dad's name.
God, imagine him growing up in the 40s.
I know, right? That's
As a little kid going to
unbelievable.
school.
Yeah, I bet he was popular with the bullies.
Yeah, wow.
Amazing.
Well, the little moustache didn't help him either, did it?
Yeah. Yes. I love Bottom.
And when I think back, there are funny moments, and the Christmas one, I remember laughing so much when he says, "Hold on, gold, Frankenstein, and girl."
Grrr, yeah.
And I'm a virgin. But I watched that episode recently, and I didn't laugh. I didn't laugh once, which I was very disappointed. But I also it's like it sort of fed you to that one really good joke. And I sort of smirked to myself and I thought, I remember that bit. But it didn't laugh. Whereas some others do have them. I watched it and I was laughing scene 1, episode 1. Like, I was laughing.
Yeah, I mean, I laugh at them both. They was gonna make a final series of Bottom, but they was gonna be in like an old people's home, hitting each other with colostomy bags and all that. But he died before they could do it.
That's a tragedy that he died. I mean,
he's an absolute legend. I mean,
he was in the last thing he was in was, I think, Man Down, which was Greg Davis's sitcom. He played Greg Davis's dad.
That's right. Yeah.
He had a beard in it.
I mean, I used to
He
work.
turned up in. He was really good in. What's the Alan Davis thing? Where he was the detective and the magician.
Jonathan Creek.
Yeah, he turned up in that. He was like a copper. Well, he wasn't
yeah,
like
I think
a copper.
I remember
He
that.
was really good in it. They was like bashing heads.
Yeah.
Because he was like a really good detective, and he was like at the sort of magic type thing.
And of course he was in Blackadder as well, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, Flashheart.
Flashheart.
Yeah.
He was good in that.
He's got. Yeah.
I'm sure we'll discuss that in later rounds,
Yeah.
maybe.
Absolutely.
The thing I didn't like him in was the early thing, that Kevin Turvey thing. That just went straight over my head.
I don't know that.
Oh, that was
He used to
before
sit in
my
a chair and just talk, didn't he? I'm Kevin Turvey, and it just, I don't know, nothing.
Like,
But he was a real character.
If you go to early stand-up, I watched a program about Rick Mel, and early stand-up, I told you, Mike, about this, didn't I? And I said he starts his stand-up with, he sort of folds his ear on itself, and it sort of stays in there, and then he does his stand-up, and then at the end of his stand-up, he sort of moves his jaw, and it pops open, and it was just so bizarre to see that, but that's how he sort of made his.
I loved him. He was great. I used to work with a load of guys. They used to drink in the same pub as him, and he was quiet. Like, he was a nice fella, but he just kept himself to himself, which is strange because you'd imagine him to be the opposite of that.
Well, Rick walks in.
Yeah, with his belt and his
his pants over his belt. Yeah,
sweating.
His parents don't even know what time he's going to get home. Now, getting back to Frank Spencer, did you know? I read somewhere, I don't know if it's true or not, he was third choice, Michael Crawford.
Really?
I have heard this.
The
He wasn't the first
choice was Norman Wisdom.
Well, you can see that. You can see that.
He's
can't
too
you?
old for it, though, wasn't he?
Was he?
But I think they was thinking more of the falling around and.
Yeah, of course. The slapstick.
Oh, Norman Wisdom.
He could have nailed it. I mean, there's no doubt about it.
And the second choice was Ronnie Barker.
Oh, he's not nimble enough.
He's too.
Yeah, but he would have been a different character.
Yeah, it would have been.
I don't doubt that Ronnie Barker, if he really put his mind to it. And remember, you'd never have seen. He just would have been Frank Spencer. I mean,
That's weird.
but it would have been a totally different program.
I mean, I can imagine Betty Hill doing it.
Well, the thing is, when I think of Frank Spencer or Michael Crawford, when he's sort of falling over the place, he's very leggy. He's very long arms, long legs.
Like a bandy teenager type.
Yeah, like Bambi. Yeah. He's like on the ice.
I said bandy.
Yeah, I know. That's what reminded me of Bambi.
Have you heard of a song?
Her mum died, you know.
Oh, don't root. Spoiler alert, yeah. Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Right, have you heard of a song called You Probably Couldn't See the Light, But You Were Staring Straight at Me? Have you ever heard that song?
I haven't.
It's on my iTunes, yeah. It's not.
It's actually by the Arctic Monkeys. And there's a line in that song that goes, I'm so tense, never tenser, could all go a bit Frank Spencer.
Oh, yeah, I have heard that, yeah. What's the song called?
Okay. You probably couldn't see the light, but you were staring straight at me.
I've definitely heard that before, but I don't recognise the title of it.
I'm so tense, never tenser, could all go a bit Frank Spencer.
And then they all go,
I'm in a bit of trouble.
You can't do the whoopsie, my beret.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a fact.
Oh, another one of his. I am he.
I am he. Yeah. I've got a fact about Some Others Do Have 'Em for you.
Oh,
If you want it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's a good one.
well, if you big it up, then it better
Alright,
be good.
Okay, the rhythm of the theme tune is based on the words Some Mothers Do Have 'Em in Morse code.
Yeah, okay.
There you go. Boom.
What
Mic
instrument?
drop.
What instrument was it played on?
Fact.
A piano, maybe.
A piano?
No, you listen,
That one with the keys.
He answered it with a question.
it doesn't sound like a piano, does it?
A piano.
It's two piccolos.
That's what I said.
So, I
Piccolos.
was going to say one piccolo, but
No,
Yeah.
two piccolos.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, recorder.
Yeah, here's a question.
three
for
blind
you.
mice.
Is it possible for anyone ever in the history of the world to get a decent tune out of a recorder?
Depends where you put it.
No, definitely not.
If you bang it on the drum, you can.
Yeah.
Biggest waste of time ever.
Oh man, alive.
Especially when kids get hold of it and they have to sort of learn a tune.
Yeah.
Just
London's burning.
stick a bit of blue tack up the end of it.
It don't work.
It don't work. Oh well, I'll chuck it in the bin. Snap. Yeah. Parenting 101.
If you are a child trying to learn the recorder,
Stop it now.
just say no. Oh well. I mean, Some Others Do Have 'Em is, and they don't. Neither of them rely on a big cast either.
No, they don't.
Bottom is the main two. They have Mike and Spud Gun, I think, turn up.
Yeah.
Yeah, old Christopher Ryan again.
Yeah,
isn't
the
it?
gas man turns up in one. There's also a lady.
Like
that
the
turns
burglar
up.
that they taped to the ceiling as
Yeah,
well.
the
With
gas
the old
man,
girl.
that's the
Oh,
gas
is that the
man.
gas
Yeah,
man?
that's the
All
gas
right.
man.
In Some Mothers Do Have 'Em, there's a really funny scene. Only lasts a couple of seconds. You know Richard Wilson? I
Yeah.
don't believe it. He's in one of the episodes. They're moving out of their house, and he's come to buy all the stuff. And
What, in Bottom?
no, in Some Others
Oh,
Do
I
Have
was
'Em.
going to say. I was like, I don't remember that. Yeah.
And there's a really look it up on YouTube. But Richard Wilson, Some Others Do Have 'Em. I'm going to tell you because it'll take away the joke, but it's really really funny.
Okay.
Even they sort of laugh.
Yeah, okay.
Right, Richard Wilson, Some Others Do Have 'Em. One little scene. Look it up.
Have a look. No, there was a burglar because he was climbing out on the ledge and they tape him to the ceiling and the old Bill come in.
No,
And
there's. I think
because
that's
it's
a-
Nigel that was in the
Yeah, I
EastEnders,
think you're crossing.
and
No,
he
because
was in
that
Red
is.
Dwarf as
No,
well.
that's not a burglar. That is the gas man.
No, the gas
He
man
is.
was an old boy.
No, it wasn't. It
It
was the
was
bloke
electric.
from EastEnders. It was the gas man because he says, hide him, and then he goes to the door, comes in, and he goes, oh, actually, maybe it is the same episode. Yeah, you're right. Because,
Thank you.
Because he has to hide the burglar because they
Yeah.
think they've killed him, and then the gas man turns up, and he says, hide the body. And he comes
No,
in and goes,
no,
oh my
it's-
God, that's brilliant.
It's
He
the
trips over
police. It's the police that come. You're talking about a separate episode.
Oh,
It's
I
the,
don't know what
The
I'm
police
talking
come
about.
because there's another one out on the ledge, and the old Bill looks out and he don't see him. And he goes, "Whatever you're doing, stop it!" And he whacks him on the head with his truncheon.
We may have merged every episode of Bob into one there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked both shows when they both not came out because Some Others Do Have 'Em, but when I was watching it as a kid, we laughed a
Yeah,
lot, but we
yeah.
were big fans of Normal Wisdom, so that kind of slapstick and that around that era was huge.
I mean, it's still.
Bottom at the time, I really watched it and I really laughed, and we quoted it in school, and it was. But
Yeah, he never,
I
he
just
never
don't
done
think it's
another
aged.
sitcom though, did he?
Oh.
Michael Crawford. I don't think he did. I'm sure he didn't.
No.
He done stage, didn't he? You know, what's the famous one?
Shakespeare.
No,
Maybe-
Phantom of the Opera. He done that, didn't he?
Oh, Les Miserables, I was going to say.
But he did go back for a BBC thing, the charity thing. Then he done it in his 70s, and he done the old skate thing in his 70s.
Wow, legend. Is
He's
he still
so
alive?
iconic.
Is he dead?
I think he ended up no.
No, he's
He
alive.
ended up, you know, Bradley Wiggins, the cyclist.
Mm.
He went round holding onto his saddle, going round the old village.
I've heard about that. Yeah. That's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, he's mad.
He is.
He's
mad.
still there, just
Yeah.
going around. Hey, yo.
I'm gonna kick us off voting wise.
Oh,
Well,
kick us off.
I
Bob.
just don't think Bottom has aged very well. I am a fan of Aid Edmondson and Rick Mail, but I just think Some Others Do Have 'Em is timeless. I could show it to my kids. You know, if my kids could show it, I think it's just going to be ongoing because it is that kind of slapstick comedy. And
it's clean as well.
It is clean.
Whereas,
It's a family.
yeah.
Bottom is very
Crudy,
drinking, pervy.
pervy.
Well, that's not a bad thing. I mean,
No,
but
it is.
It helps. It helps the longevity.
When he's
of
talking about showing your grandkids, there is an age,
at a certain age, yeah.
What does he mean, Daddy?
Some mothers do have them. Is my vote, lads? Over to you.
I don't think my vote's going to matter, really, is it?
Well, it's vote anyway.
I think I'll have to. It's really difficult for me, this, because I do love them both, and for the same reasons, really. Do you know what? I'm going to go bottom purely because of my love for Rick Mail. Because I just adore the man.
I wonder if Rick Mail could have played Frank Spencer. He could have done
He could have done anything he'd got down put his mind to.
He could have played James Bond.
Yeah, he's a big loss. He's a great man.
Yeah, it was a shock when he went.
Well, Dave, you got to complete.
Well,
you got a Faja.
I don't think Bottom deserves to be in Air32. I would never put it there in a million years, but I was outvoted. It was a democracy and it got in, fair enough. But some others do have them for me, Bob. 2-1.
2-1 win for some others do have them.
Yeah.
So elimination for Bottom. Sorry about that, fans of Bottom, but that's
Bottom my arse.
the bottom of my arse. The real bottom of it. Sorry. Yep. So that's it. Decision made. Any last words, lads?
No. It's just one word.
No.
If you enjoyed the show, why not help the lads out by going to Patreon and join the debate. Music by Ben Sound.